Hi, and welcome to the ScarySummers YouTube channel. Today's story is a scary one that reminds us all of a home that we might have grown up in. Today's story is called The Old Man. Shit, it's happening again. My vision goes blurry and my head hurts. Why does this only happen when I turn out the lights in my bedroom? It'll go away, but usually it takes a few minutes. Fuck, I hate my room. It's in the basement of my parents' old split-level house and directly under my parents' bedroom. They usually go to bed pretty early and don't notice much, but once the house is dark, I swear this place changes. At least my headache is almost gone now. My vision is still a bit blurry, but I can manage it. What is weird is that while my vision is like this, I see forms and shapes like people or animals in a fog or mist, but it's hard to tell exactly. Probably the headache that causes it. Now I know it's not smart, but I decided one night to play with a Ouija board, along with some friends at a friend's house. We didn't play long, as it got pretty boring fast. Nothing was happening, except 2 times. The planchette would start wandering towards me, even going off the board. My friends said it was me, but they must have been doing it because it sure as hell wasn't me. But it did move, and I swear it even moved a little by itself. Later that night, while I was on my way home, I had the eerie vibe that I was being followed. Not only that, the street lights were all going out as I passed them. I was almost home now, and even stranger things started to happen. The lid from a garbage can fell to the ground for no good reason, and a tree branch fell near me as I walked by. Fuck me. I started running, and I made it to the front door of my parents' house and frantically searched for my keys. It felt like someone was right behind me. When I'd turn around, there was nothing there. I got the key in the door, gave it a turn, and went inside, closing the door as quietly as possible, given my panicked state, and trying to get in as quickly as possible. I made it inside. I locked the door, leaned back on the door to catch my breath when I heard a light tapping on the door. Given everything that had happened that night, the tapping was incredibly unnerving. The level of fear that I was feeling had me shaking. I leaned over to look out of the window next to the door to see what was there. Frantically, I looked around, but nothing was there. I must be losing my mind. I shook my head and figured I should just get to my room and try to forget the whole thing. So I started down the stairs. Basements are often creepy on a good day, and today was not a good day. The darkness seemed so thick, so menacing, that it took all of my mental strength to make it down the stairs and to my bedroom door, but make it I did. I turned the knob and reached in to turn on the light switch, but the bulb burnt out immediately with a flash. At least I had a second to see my remote for my TV on my desk. So I grabbed it and turned on the TV for some light. Fuck, my head started to hurt again, but this time my vision seemed okay, so I sat down at my desk to try to feel better, but in the glow of the TV, I could see that my room itself was full of smoke, like a cloud, and it was getting thicker, and it smelled like sulfur. Talking to myself out loud, I said, this all because I played with the Ouija board? No sooner than I asked the question, a pale old man appeared in the corner of my room. He looked to me like a man from the 1800s with his hat and walking stick. He was just standing there, emotionless, expressionless, staring straight ahead, as if looking at something far off. I was paralyzed with fear at the sight of him. I could not move nor look away. I just kept watching, and he just stood there, until finally I squeaked out some words. "Who are you?" I asked. No response. "What do you want?" No response. Now, out of fear, I called out, "God help me." Instantly, the old man turned his head to look at me with his piercing eyes. "You fool! I am your God now," he growled. Then he looked straight ahead again, and with a whooshing sound and a streak of pale light, he disappeared straight up through the ceiling, and the smoke began to dissipate. When all of a sudden I heard a scream. It was my mum screaming at the top of her lungs, as if she had heard or seen something. A ghost, maybe. I ran upstairs, since obviously she was awake. "Mom, what's going on?" I asked. By now, everyone was awake. My mum, my dad, brother, and even the dog. I woke up and saw an old man flying up from the floor and out of the ceiling, she exclaimed. My heart sank like a stone. Fuck, it was real. I can't believe it. What did I do? What do I do now? Since then, I've tried everything I can to get rid of the old man, but now he visits me often. And I know when he's coming around because I get that headache. I see him everywhere. Sometimes he's a face in a crowd or a random person on the street, but I know when he's there. Even if I don't see him, I know he's there. I feel his dark presence, like a looming storm over me at all times. And all joy is gone from me now. Fear is now my God. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story. It's just a story that had been sitting around for quite a while and based on a story that was told to me by someone quite close that had that exact experience happen to them. So, be careful out there. And always remember, be scared.